Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, July 10th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. One person asked for a space theme, so we're in outer space right now, looking down on, I believe, Earth, if I can get that photo. If you want a certain location, definitely let me know. I may in the future start using 2 cameras. It just takes forever to cut up that way, but we'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm back on the DJI camera. Sorry about last week. The wisdom tooth is gone. I feel good. So all is good. First up, there seems to have been a Google search ranking algorithm update around July 6th, 7th, and 8th. It was a smaller one. Not as many people were noticing this update. But there did seem to be some shuffling of ranking changes like there always are, but a little bit more based on which niche you're in. So if you did notice changes, you're not alone. John Mueller says something interesting. Usually he says any link building is something that you shouldn't be doing. By definition, building links is unnatural and blah, blah, blah. But here he said in a tweet, and I'll quote you, "There's lots of ways to work on getting links that are fine and useful for both the site and the rest of the web. To say all link building is bad would be wrong." That's what he said. But in the past, in 2015, 2016, he said all building should be avoided, he said. And he said making quality links, or he kind of hinted making quality links in general is against Google's guidelines because you're technically making those links. Google updated their, I guess late last Friday, Google updated their webmaster guidelines to basically say that if you submit spam reports, those spam reports will not be used for manual actions, for manually penalizing individual websites or pages. Google will only use those spam reports specifically for improving their spam detection and preventative algorithms. They're not going to use those spam reports going forward. I don't know if they did in the past, but may have. They will not be using those spam reports for manually saying this site did something bad or that site did something bad. They are not going to do it that way. They're going to say, all right, how can we use these spam reports in aggregate to go ahead and make our algorithms better at detecting such tactics and then removing them or downgrading those in the search results automatically. Just a heads up on that. Google also launched, we saw this a couple weeks ago, we reported about this a couple weeks ago, in Google image search, where if you go to a specific image, and I'll show you a screenshot hopefully behind me, replacing the space theme. So sorry, for a few minutes, for a few seconds, you'll see this screenshot of Google image search showing knowledge panels that you can expand. So if you are on a Google image result, you click on an image, and then you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to click on specific knowledge panels to show more information about that image and more answers to your questions around that. So you may see more traffic from Google image search because of that. Google is now showing thumbnails for web stories. They used to be called AMP stories. It's been a feature since pretty much almost since AMP was released. But now they're called web stories. Google's getting away from this AMP stuff. And now if you actually do have an AMP story, a web story, which you could create yourself, and I know also WordPress is working on an automated plugin for that, you will actually see a nice thumbnail size image, which you can see behind me, of the web story in the actual Google search results, which kind of gets you more of a click-through rate from Google search. Google's structured data testing tool, which has been around unofficially since 2009. It was called something else back then. They revamped it in 2015. Google's structured data testing tool is going away. Google said they are taking the rich result test, which is a new test, which they launched in 2017, I believe 2017, yes, that they are making that out of beta, and they're going to, over time, deprecate the structured data testing tool. The SEOs are not happy because the structured data testing tool responded to more types of structured data issues, whereas the rich results test only looks at any result that could be found for rich results. So that's going away, and Google if you want, go ahead and complain. Maybe Google will keep it around for longer. But there are other alternatives. Bing has an alternative, and a bunch of other search engines like Yandex have alternatives. And there's also other tools out there that are free that you can use for structured data testing. Google has updated their structured data guidelines to discuss more information around multiple items on a page. So you have multiple rich results or structured data elements on a page. Google has that vastly updated what scenarios could you go ahead and use that, and how Google will show that. So definitely take a look at that. I posted about it yesterday if you want to learn more. It's vastly improved. Google might be bringing to Google Search Console reports, specifically the performance report, the ability to filter your performance report using regular expressions. Google had that in the help documents for about a day or so, maybe less. Kinshu went ahead and tweeted about it. I covered it. Then Google pulled it from the Google Help Docs. So it's not a feature that's live yet, but if you love regular expressions, it's a love-hate relationship with SEOs, developers, webmasters, etc. You could use those in the future, hopefully, when Google releases this, to filter your Google Search Console performance reports in a more detailed way. Google had indexing issues a month ago. Well, I think it was like June 1st or so. So about a month plus ago. But those indexing issues were actually not indexing issues. They were crawl issues. Gary from Google said in his podcast from a week ago or so that it was actually Google crawling too much too fast, which was causing issues in terms of the indexer not being able to handle all that content. So crawling was doing too much, overloading the indexing side, which resulted in Google not being able to crawl as much content because the thing was getting overloaded, and thus the index was not showing that new content. That has been fixed. Google Ads, it was fixed within 12 hours less. Google Ads launched some new features for the overview page. They added 3 things. One is the ability to view and apply recommendations right from the overview page. 2 is the ability to view your optimization score. And 3 is the ability to create new campaigns directly from that overview page. So that's new with Google Ads. Also new with Google Ads is that if you are a manager account, you can now use the Google Ads mobile app and get the account manager view directly in the mobile app, and you have more features there for account managers. Google Ads also announced a new policy that's going into effect, I believe, on August 11th, so you have some time to prepare. It's no longer going to allow, or it's going to disallow ads that do intimate surveillance on partners. So if you are spying on your partner for some reason and you're using spyware or video camera software or whatever it might be, technology, you're no longer going to be able to search for that starting in August for that type of software, that technology, those services. That does exclude private investigator software or services. It does exclude having tracking software for your children to make sure they're safe, but it is going to prevent you from surveillancing your partner. I think it's called the Intimate Partner Surveillance Policy, and they're going to disallow that. So if you are in that business, it's a new policy that's happening in August. Google is testing a boxed-in related search feature. So I'll show a screenshot there, just boxes around the related search. Google's constantly testing new things around that. Google's also testing, instead of a carousel of videos, a list view of videos, which you'll see a screenshot over there as well. And some people are seeing double. I got a couple reports this week. I haven't seen massive reports that people are seeing 2 search boxes as opposed to 1 search box when searching on mobile. So you can see here's one screenshot of a person seeing 2 search boxes, so you get twice as many searches. Also, no, it doesn't work that way, but it is pretty funny to see that. And finally, there was an AMA with Martin Splitt of Google, and one of the fun questions that was asked of him is who will win an SEO contest, amongst other things. And Martin Splitt thinks that Gary would win the SEO contest amongst Martin, Gary, and John. But Gary thinks that John would win the SEO contest because he has a more holistic view, whereas Gary would probably look for little hits and tricks and stuff like that, and he would spend too much time doing that. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. If you want a certain background, you want me to go to some place, it could be totally foreign. Send me a photo, a link, or any type of comment below. Tell your friends to subscribe, smash that like button, do all those YouTube-y things. And thanks so much for watching weekly. I appreciate it. Again, today is Friday, July 10th. Everyone have a great weekend. Be safe, and I'll see you guys next. Goodbye.